Welcome back to OverG Fighters. Today we, does anyone remember? Ah yes, we're bombing Japan. Well, I've looked up a guide and apparently none of these 3 missions unlock anything interesting, or just anything at all. So it doesn't matter which one I pick.
I will now brief you. We've confirmed multiple unidentified aircraft coming in over the ocean. We think they are coming to link up with the main body of the enemy forces now deployed in the Bay. Gargoyle, intercept immediately. Shoot down the unidentified aircraft. Splash them before they enter enemy-controlled waters. Your launch time is 1100 hours. That is all. We're counting on you.
Well, I don't have any new planes for this one, so let's just take the trainer for another spin.
You want me to fly this thing? Well, alright, let's go.
You know that target marker in the corner is so ugly.
I've got two.
It's like a part of this game's interface was designed by a completely different team.
Bravo 1, Fox 1.
You know, this mission is going to take about a minute and a half. About half of that time is
Gargoyle 1, good kill.
waiting for my missiles to arrive.
Radar warning, stay sharp.
So where do the next two appear? Would you look at that, right behind us.
Gargoyle 2 has been locked up, defending.
And it's not because I didn't see them, no, it's just that the missions in the game are designed to spawn enemies on your 6. Sometimes they get a lock immediately afterwards.
I've got two.
Because, you know, that's what goes well with realistic planes and weapons. Enemies appearing out of nowhere.
Gargoyle 1, Fox 1.
At least in Energy Air Force Aim Strike, they were trying to simulate multiple flights going about their business in the area.
Alright, nice kill.
Actually, that wasn't a kill.
Gargoyle 1, tell me what to do.
How could you forget?
Coming in against air targets. Gargoyle 1, Fox 2. Gargoyle, clean sweep. No targets remaining. Mission accomplished. Head home immediately.
Nice, our eyesight has improved. Oh, no, we're skipping the replays. Why did they even bother implementing this mission? You don't unlock anything, nothing happens in the story, just nothing happens. If I wanted to shoot down, 3 enemy planes, I could have done it in strike mode. Oh, and none of these 3 missions unlock anything. Again.
Here's the mission briefing. We have confirmation of enemy vessels underway. These vessels are likely aiming to penetrate Allied waters in an effort to link up with the main enemy force. Gargoyle, intercept immediately. Engage the enemy vessels. Sink the fleet before they invade Allied waters. Your launch time is 1200 hours. That is all.
Tempting as it may be to pick an A-10 for a naval strike, let's not do that. It doesn't really have any long-range missiles.
Hey, you've got great taste in planes. You and I think alike, kid. Alright, let's get going.
Alright, the game offers us pretty much the best loadout you can get for this mission, but still, I could add something extra, just in case. Although I'm not sure I'm going to be using it. Though if you are playing an expert and have limited weapon reserves in a mission, you definitely want to grab everything you can carry. Alright, I should start cutting the old loading screens here. Also these intros, maybe missions too.
Gargoyle 1, dead ahead. Open your eyes. I've got tone.
I fired off both of my anti-ship missiles, but they're going to magically regrow under my wings any minute now.
Damn! I'm spiked! No problem. Shaking him.
Why bother? You're invincible. Also, you have unlimited ammo. Yeah, the wingmen in OverG are a bit of cheaters.
Nice kill, Gargoyle 1. You must have eaten your Wheaties today.
You know what? My diet is none of your damn business.
You got a missile! Evade!
Flare. Tap flare. Tap flare.
I'm sending all you straight to hell! That's right, you saw that, didn't ya?
You can tell our wingman has a way higher mental stat, can't you? Our target's name is Slava, which is either a male name or a word meaning glory.
Hang on, I'll cover your back. I've got tone.
Tap flare.
I'd love to hit the afterburner, but I really can't do that with a fish bed breathing down my neck. Yes, it's a fish bed, a very old plane, but they're still out there.
Gargoyle 2, Fox 2.
Now I'll just mess with the targets and weapon selection for really no reason.
That's right, you saw that, didn't ya?
Actually, I didn't. Did you ram him?
Roger. Don't worry about me, pal. Just pay attention to what you're doing. Gargoyle, clean sweep. No targets remaining. Mission accomplished. Head home immediately.
A stupid question, I know, but how did the fish beds come from the sea? Like, I know they upgraded the plane with extra fuel capacity, but it started as a point defense interceptor and it really doesn't have much of a range. And it's not really a naval plane, unless they used that variant which had solid rocket boosters attached to it to launch off a ramp or something. It is time for OverG Fighters to start showing its true face. You see, this selection of 3 missions has 2 unlockable planes. If I were to pick, say, Mission 7, I would unlock the FA-18E Super Hornet, which is just like the Hornet we've got now, except it's bigger and far better. But Mission 9 unlocks the F-2A, a Japanese take on the F-16, which is also bigger and better than the F-16 we have now. Mission 8 unlocks fuck all. I'll go with the Super Hornet, mainly because it's a naval plane, so I'll be able to use it in carrier-based missions.
Your next we have confirmation of enemy transport ships underway. It is clear this unit aims to replenish the enemy's main forces with weapons and ammunition. Gargoyle, intercept immediately. Engage the enemy shipping. We've also confirmed the presence of battlecruisers in the vicinity. Keep an eye out for anti-aircraft attack. Your launch time is 1100 hours. That's all. I expect nothing short of your best efforts.
What to pick? Okay, for the sake of variety, let's do another mission on the F-16.
I suppose. Okay, this one will do just fine.
After I unlock the Super Hornet, there will never be a reason to use the F-16 or the regular FA-18, ever. I have to say, these objective announcements are another really ugly thing about this game.
Gargoyle 1, what's going on? No joy on target.
The plan is come in low and fast, blow everything up and get a new plane.
Engaging air target. I'm spiked. Trying to shake him. Locked. Good kill. I can't get rid of him.
Is my missile still flying?
Locked.
Might as well kill something else to kill the time.
Nice kill, Gargoyle 1. Locked. Locked. Starting my attack run. Gargoyle 2 has been locked up. Defending.
And now we just wait for the huge label "Shoot" to appear on the HUD. Now we can actually watch them drop.
No weapon. No weapon. Gargoyle 2, my gun's been hit.
Your gun's been hit but you are still alive? That's impressive.
I've got tone.
Gargoyle, clean sweep. No targets remaining. Mission accomplished. Head home immediately.
Alright, so we've destroyed a bunch of ships and even got some experience. We're now better at G-resisting. And we've also unlocked the best plane you can possibly have at this stage of the game. The best by a mile. Really, if you're playing an expert and you somehow miss either of these two unlockables, you're probably better off restarting the playthrough.
Your next mission is as follows. An inland military facility has fallen into the hands of the enemy. Since this facility is near an urban area, it could have a tremendous effect on our campaign if we don't liberate it quickly. Gargoyle, approach from the air. Eradicate that swarm of fighters patrolling the area over the facilities. After you take care of the patrol aircraft, our guerrillas will enter the facilities and get to work regaining control. Your launch time is 12:30 hours. That is all. Come back safe and sound.
He keeps using that word, guerrillas. I don't think it means what he thinks it means.
This is a right nice one. She's got all we need, right? Off we go.
So the Super Hornet is bigger, heavier, has 11 hardpoints, and it can carry pretty much the best missiles in the game. But you know what's missing here? Napalm tanks. That's unfortunate. I guess if I ever want to firebomb a city, I'll need to pick something different. I wonder if that Japanese F-16-like thing would have allowed me to use napalm. Why are all the people in the picture lined up in front of the plane like that? Or are they behind? Yeah, they must be behind, otherwise this thing would have been huge.
Your mission is to liberate the air installation occupied by the enemy. Take care not to destroy the facilities. Attack only the targets.
We'll go. Phew, it's easy enough for them to say that. Got one. Starburst, we have a bandit. Engaging target now. Gargoyle 1, straight ahead. Bloody good kill. Gargoyle 1, are you okay over there? I'm spiked, taking evasive action. Gargoyle 1, target pursuit is your priority.
Oh wait, I've got the best sidewinders.
There's more. Starburst, bandits confirmed.
Gargoyle, your group. Bearing 195. 5 miles.
Starburst, Gargoyle has splashed bomber group. All bandits down.
Mission accomplished. Head home immediately.
We were able to keep casualties at Allied facilities to a minimum. Gargoyle's solid judgment carried the mission to success. A fine example, even for our ground teams. That is all.
Nice composure out there. I'm almost envious. I'm not going to get beaten, though.
Okay, we've got a Japanese F-15. It's not quite as advanced as the Super Hornet. Yeah, so the Super Hornet has these AIM-9X Sidewinder missiles, and their seeker is connected to your helmet. So you can turn your head, and the missile seeker will be looking in the same direction. So you can fire at enemies which are flying by. They're like to the side, above you, below you.
I will now explain the goals of the mission. We have confirmed the approach of unidentified vessels from outside the harbor. According to our intelligence, these vessels intend to resupply and rearm the enemy forces deployed at the deepest end of the harbor. Gargoyle, attack these vessels before they enter enemy waters. Enemy fighters are also approaching from behind the vessels. Destroy them before they link up. Your launch time is 1400 hours. That is all. Good luck.
Okay, unfortunately, as you see, the F-15J is bad for this mission. So we'll take the Super Hornet again.
Not a bad choice. This aircraft will suffice. Now, let us get going.
Do you see this? 4 harpoons in the default loadout, not 2.
Gargoyle, no new picture at this time. Conditions are as fragged. Engage and sink target before it escapes to enemy waters. Wilco.
Lost.
This is the critical moment. Do not allow a single aircraft to pass.
Gargoyle, warships confirmed. They're 12 o'clock. Watch out for AV fire.
Good. Get out of there before you're in their range. Do not engage bandits. Roger. I will not waste ammo. Engaging air target. Gargoyle 2, Fox 2. Gargoyle 2, Splash 1. Gargoyle 1, they are not the target. Missile launch, evade!
With some good kills and ground units. Good work, all units.
Mission accomplished. Head home immediately.
We successfully sank the transport ships, but at the same time we gave away our position to the enemy. You can read the reports later. Dealing with the enemy's main forces has priority. The mission's already begun. All personnel, get ready.
Well, daytime is over for now. If you do not seriously retrain, you will die.
Really? Okay, we're going to watch this replay primarily because I want to see how exactly that missile hit me. Because it did hit me, just before the mission complete cutscene started. Also, I like the part where they incorrectly subtitled the line our wingman said, in Russian. Even better, OverG features Russian planes, and their heads-up displays are a sight to behold. The missile did show the missile hitting my plane. It was like a firecracker going off right under the engines, barely larger than a flare. And finally, the boss mission. And yeah, we're at the midpoint of the video.
Here's the mission briefing. Intelligence indicates the enemy's main force is gathering at an industrial area on the east side of the bay. This is in prelude to a large-scale campaign. If the enemy intends to destroy this industrial zone, tremendous civilian casualties are certain. We must avoid that at all costs. Gargoyle, intercept immediately. Hit that transport unit. There are many fuel refineries and storage tanks next to that area, so be careful with your bombing.
Bombing? Nobody mentioned any bombing.
Unicorn, engage the enemy squadron approaching from the perimeter. Your launch time is 1330 hours. That is all. I wish you the best of luck.
I believe it's time for the F-15J to shine.
Alright. I'd be unstoppable in this baby.
Sadly, when it comes to missiles, we're rolling back about a decade. Although, OverG does feature Japanese homemade variants of the Sidewinder and maybe even the Sparrow. Let's check. Yes, there it is, AAM-4. Although, as you may have noticed, the game doesn't tell you anything about how well those missiles perform. Are they better? Are they worse? Are they better in some areas and worse in others? I don't know. And if you pick this game up for your Xbox, say, in a store, on a whim, you'd hate this even more. Really? That's all you could say about the plane?
The zone in question is completely under enemy control. I repeat, the zone is completely under enemy control. Stay sharp. Enemy reinforcements may arrive by air. Stay on your toes and recapture the zone from the enemy. That is all. Switching communications.
You know what, let's skip this.
Tower, Gargoyle 1 and 2 for takeoff.
Gargoyle, cleared for Sierra Hotel departure. Climb and maintain Angel 3. Switch departure 297.6.
The biggest challenge here is not to run into the flight of the F-16s right ahead of us.
Gargoyle 2 airborne. Switching to strike. Gargoyle starburst. Picture is clean at this time. Take care not to destroy the facilities. Attack only the targets. This customer is asking a lot. Hey, Flyboy, you better have your weapons safe.
Chill out, Dagger. We're professionals, okay? Don't like it down there? Get your own airplane.
Gargoyle, we have targets. You're 12 o'clock.
Roger, Jackknife. Thanks for the call. Coming in against air target.
It's a bit busy in the air today, but it's a good day because, as you can see, I can keep a lock on the helicopters with my radar. And I'll have to maintain that lock now. 6 targets. That's quite a lot. I only have 8 missiles.
Gargoyle 1, Splash 1.
5 to go.
I've got Jones.
Gargoyle 1, Splash 1.
Whoa, that was close.
Surprise, they didn't spawn behind me.
I'll tell you, I gotta admire their courage. Coming up in choppers with arson gear.
Gargoyle 1, good kill.
Gargoyle, you're cleared on the targets. Continue engagement.
Roger, Jackknife. Thanks. We'll be lucky if that's all there are. Uniform, engaging bandits. Uniform 3, stay in tight.
Gargoyle 1, Splash 1.
Only one really ballsy one remains.
Where'd that other one go? I can't see him. I've lost him. Somebody pick him up.
There he is.
We're showing good kills on the ground units. Good work, all units.
Emergency. We have enemy reinforcements arriving by air from the surrounding airspace. Change of target. Intercept and eradicate enemy reinforcements.
Ah, crap. We're in the part of the mission where the music plays.
We believe they intend to destroy the industrial area. Intercept and destroy all enemy aircraft. If possible, engage the enemy over the sea, not over land.
Wilco. Hey, folks, don't play tag until the enemy shows up. I prefer to do the chasing, thank you. I'll go first. Okay, I'll do a little dance here and try to pull in some customers for you.
I'm sorry, what are they talking about? Oh, while we're waiting, have you noticed that the second part of the mission has 5 targets? 6 plus 5, that's 11. And the F-15 only carries 8 air-to-air missiles. On Expert, this is where OVG becomes actively hostile to the player.
Gargoyle 1, tell me what to do.
Is this a joke?
Coming in against air target. There we go, Starburst, Booty Spike, single group.
Gargoyle, your group. Bearing 120. 10 miles. 3,000. Multiple bandits confirmed. Watch your ammo.
Wilco. I'm Spike, defending.
Gargoyle 1, good kill.
I've got Jones.
So how do you complete this with limited ammo?
Gargoyle 2, Fox 1. Tap, tap, tap.
You could use the wingman who never runs out.
All right, nice kill. There you go. Uniform 4, you still in one piece? Uniform 2, stay tight. Uniform 3, break left.
Gargoyle, new contact. Single group. Bearing 015. 5 miles. 8,000.
Copy, Starburst. Starburst, this is it, right? Contact single group.
Alternatively, you could fly back to a friendly base to rearm or change the loadout completely.
Gargoyle 1, good kill.
Neither of the two methods are particularly fun.
Damn it, I've hit! Gargoyle 1, flash 1. Gargoyle, new contact, single group. Bearing 345, 10 miles, 9,000.
Roger, Starburst. It looks like their friends have showed up. Just a bit more. Let's get them. Gargoyle 2, Fox 1.
Why am I tidal throttle?
I've got tone.
Starburst, Unicorn 1, contact killed. 3 good shoots. Recommend that green sign.
Unicorn 1, Starburst copies, contact killed. Good work. Contacting Star now. Gargoyle, we confirm the kills. Wow, nice shooting.
The situation is under control. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. Head for home immediately.
See? 11 kills. I'm so happy I'm not playing on Expert.
We had expected casualties in the vicinity of the urban combat zone, but thanks to Gargoyle, we were able to avoid that situation.
I'm sorry, that's not how you spell butt. How do you make a typo in butt?
The enemy has begun a withdrawal from the Far East. You all did very well. That is all.
You have eyes in the back of your head too? Great flight!
And look, we've all got more mental. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Alright, let's watch the replay, full of whatever cinematic angles the game decides to throw at us. I'm sorry, was that an enemy helicopter flying right above our base, or is it just a goof of editing? In any case, this seems like a good time for a good old-fashioned rant, because as you saw today, mission design in OverG Fighters is all over the place. You got short, inconsequential green missions, which include such lovely things as enemies spawning right behind you. You've got yellow missions which, I don't know, they're there. And you've got these red missions which seem to be designed by morons. I mean, they look like a callback to the big missions of Energy Air Force Aim Strike, but in reality they're just really big arenas and enemies keep spawning in, and then they keep throwing in more enemies, and more, and more. It almost feels like the team responsible for the mission design in OverG Fighters doesn't really know how the rest of OverG Fighters works. Like, they know there are planes, they know they can be spawned in 3D, or maybe fly between waypoints, and they use that, but without realizing how stupid all of this looks. Were this a pure Ace Combat clone, it would have been just a really bad and boring Ace Combat clone. But these people are taking terrible to a completely new level. And this was just the first of those really terrible red missions. It's going to get worse. Far worse. Wait, what did that label say? There was a big green caption in all caps. Did you see it? There appears to be an enemy notice board in the vicinity. But it only appears in some shots and not in the others. Oh, there it was again. Oh, there it is. It's a castle? Or a temple? So I suppose we could bomb a Japanese-looking castle and take out an enemy notice board. And get some points for that. Notice board. The enemy of the free world, united by the rule of a single organization. Actually, yeah, it makes perfect sense, you know. Freedom of information would be an enemy of whatever new world order those guys are establishing. Come to think of it, this map should be available in the strike mode. Maybe I could take a plane there and fly and see if I can find the notice board. Look at it. Bomb it. Oh, did you see that label in the clouds? Apparently our enemy has Harriers. Yeah, they've got old Chinese MiG-21 clones, they've got Russian bombers, and they've got Harriers, American ones. It's like the entire world is trying to stop the United Nations. OVG's enemy lists and locations tell a better story than the game's own mission briefings. Although those mission briefings are something else. Like the current one. Oh, you'll be fighting some planes over a city. Please be careful with your bombing. It's a bit alarming, right? Anyway, how about that music?
My name's Buzz, these are my Melvins, and this song's called Let It All Be.
You lay it on. I ain't one of your friends. You're losing all the greed, but now you say it. Now why would that be me? And why would I agree to keep it in my head? And what you think is cold, well, it's the nature of my soul. Sorry, man, I ain't gonna be told. Let it all be. I wonder why you put this on me. Well, I speak my mind. It's sort of funny. I'm violent with the hands in my head. They kind of move, but moving gets me nowhere. Now you can all decide, and you can tell your lies, but who you call your friends, and what you think is cold, well, it's the nature of my soul. Sorry, man, I ain't gonna be told. Let it all be.
Look, we're bombing South America next. I would have wondered why, but we're conquering the entire world, we would have had to get there at some point. So what's the excuse?
I'll now brief you on the situation in the mission area. Federation Establishment Committee Chairman Etu has been captured by armed reactionaries. According to the criminal declaration of this armed group, their goal is to block the international conference and gain a huge ransom. Negotiations with these criminals aren't going well, so we've decided to free the chairman in our own way with a secret mission. The rescue of the kidnapped chairman Etu is a matter of top priority. We will enter from the perimeter, take control of enemy territory, and after completely securing the area, we'll swiftly rescue Chairman Etu. That's our mission. Do not fail to rescue the chairman.
I think these people are insane. In any case, our next objective is to secretly subjugate Brazil and maybe save one guy, who might not even be missing.